Hey, live again. Monday morning, karate class with Sensei Dave from my living room. Hope you're all doing well today. As always, these first few moments are for people who are watching the video later on, and we're going to wait a few minutes for folks to join in. You might notice I've got a funny thing stuck on my head. We got a new microphone, so hopefully you can hear me pretty well. If it turns out you can't, give us some feedback. Okay, so for people who are watching live, you can give us comments as we go. But if you're watching this later on, if your comments will come up, you could let me know, gee, Sensei, we couldn't hear you very well. Or, whoa, you were super loud. I will just say this, if I am super loud, you can adjust the volume on your device so you can turn me down a little bit if you need to. Hope everybody's doing well. We've got some cool things to work on today. We're about a half an hour class. We're going to continue working on kicking, which is what we've spent some time working on last week. We're going to talk about a couple of important lessons today, about the importance of having intensity and about making a contribution. We'll get into that later on. But for now, what I want you to gather up today, like as always, I like having some stuffed animals and some pillows. Get a bunch of pillows, maybe so you can build up a stack of pillows or a stack of pillows and stuffed animals or something like that. We'll have some fun with those things and be ready to work out because we're going to exercise. And one thing I can tell you is if you want to exercise and get stronger, you need to bring some intensity. So while you're here and you're getting ready, if you're gathering up your things, get your stuffed animals. I've got mine set off to the side. I've got some pillows and some pads. But if you're ready for that, you can start warming up, right? You know how we do this at the beginning of every class. If you walk in, you've walked into the dojo a little early, and Sensei hasn't started class yet. Some of the other students are still arriving. You should be getting yourself ready all by yourself. Do you have that good habit? Did you get your body ready for your workout, for your karate practice? So what could you do? Well, Sensei, I could sit on the floor and do nothing. Hey, Ari. Hey, Jack. That's probably not a good choice, though. You could walk in circles. That's a little better. Might be a little silly. Or you could do some of your basic moves. Just kind of loosely move your body around, kind of pretending to do light karate. I'm going to talk about intensity today. Is this part of the class that should be the most intense when you're just getting ready? No, but you can be thinking about it, right? Getting your mind ready. I'm getting ready for class, right? I'm here. I'm going to think about what I'm going to do today so that I'm ready for class when it starts. When you exercise, and as a personal trainer, if you didn't know that, the warm-up is one of the most important parts of the workout, right? If you don't get yourself ready, it might not be as effective when you do your workout later. You could get hurt. Hey, Logan. Hey, Hannah. How are you guys doing today? Oh, go ahead. I'm just getting ready for class. You got your stuffed animals with you? I'm just kind of picking my knees up, things like that. We haven't started yet officially, right? That starts when we do the bow in. This is just the before class, getting myself kind of loose, getting my mind ready to think about what I'm going to do. Let's see, what am I going to do today? I'm going to talk about intensity. I'm going to talk about making a contribution. I'm going to think about getting my legs ready for kicking exercises. I'm going to get my stuffed animal friends ready so they can help me out. Or my pillows. Or maybe mom and dad. Some of you might have mom and dad doing class with you. That's cool. They don't have to, but I think it's neat if mom and dad join in. But, maybe mom or dad are working today. See, Sensei's lucky. Teaching you guys is what I do for work. So I'm working right now. We're going to give everybody a few more minutes, maybe one more minute to join in, and then we'll start class with a bow in. Ooh, you notice my new microphone, by the way. Hopefully you can hear me pretty well. Like I said at the beginning, if you can't hear me, just make a comment. Let me know so that we can adjust things if we need to. But we did the class with this earlier today, and it worked pretty well. So it looks a little funny, though, sticking off my head, doesn't it? I feel kind of like a celebrity. Maybe I'm a musician. I could pretend, right, that I'm a rock singer and I'm at a concert singing to my audience. I used to do that when I was younger. Okay. Think it's time to get started. So, I want everybody to show me your front position. Feet together, hands up in front. Remember, right hand's like this, left hand's like this, and then you cover them up. Can you say knowledge in the mind? And then honesty in the heart. Uh-oh, I did that wrong again. Knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, strength in the body, and bow. Whew. Sensei's got to get focused today. Hey, Milo, what's up, buddy? Oh. And Ada, are you watching today? Are you with some friends? All right, let's get warmed up first. Hey, Jack. Well, we got a couple of jacks here today. Let's start out with some jumping jacks. I'm going to do 20, okay? You count them on your own. I'll count mine. Go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, Reed. 8, 9, 10. Give me a shout out if you're here so I can say hello. I'm going to lose count. 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Show me how you do the twist with your body, right? Side to side, big twist. Hi, Emma. Welcome to karate class. Oh my gosh. Emmett. Miss Farah's writing notes to me to let me know. You can blame her handwriting for that one. Welcome to class, Emmett. I feel like I haven't seen you for a long time. When's the last time we saw each other? It was a long time ago, wasn't it? All right, put your hands up on guard like you're a boxer. Now bounce, front to back. I always like this move to kind of get me in the feel of doing karate, right? Hands are up. I'm ready to box with an imaginary opponent. So what I want you to do is punch on your own, however you want to. In fact, let's pretend like we're boxing together, okay? So I'm going to bounce around like this. I'll throw some punches towards you, and when I throw punches towards you, you can dodge and move and duck out of the way. And then every now and then, I'll imagine that you're throwing punches at me, and whoa, whoa, and I'll jump out of the way. Okay, here we go. Hands up. So punch however you want. Whoa. See how I'm moving my head from side to side, ducking down, sometimes bending low, jumping my body out of the way, jumping it back. Oh, aha. You can throw kicks at me too. That's it. Keep it moving. Keep your feet bouncing. Don't stand still. Nice and easy too when we first start out. Hey, wait. Whoa, stop. Hey, well, hold on. Slow down, everybody. Take a break. Sometimes I've got to stop to talk. Now, you notice I get warmer. I'm breathing harder too, right? Oh, can feel that happening. All right, let's get into a horse stance. Spread your feet apart nice and wide. All I want you to do is bend down really low and then come back up. We're going to be working on kicking today. We're making our leg muscles stronger and getting them more flexible. And I think I've told you guys before, Sensei Dave, that's me, right? I'm working on making my leg muscles get stronger and more flexible because I just had my legs fixed a while ago. So all I'm doing is sitting down in a chair like I'm pretending to get super low. I want my bottom to get as low as my knees. Whoa. A couple more of those. One more. All right, now I'm going to get a couple of stuffed animal friends. Have you got some handy? You could use pillows too, okay? I think I'm going to get two. Two friends. Let's see. I think I'll go with a dressed like a bunny and a puppy dog. All right, so here's the challenge for you. We're going to keep working on the squat, but we're also going to work on our focus and coordination. So you're probably going to end up dropping these friends on the ground sometimes. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold my friends out. I'm going to sink down really low, and then I'm going to come up and I'm going to toss them both in the air. I'm going to see if I can catch both of them. Ooh, that's a little tougher, Sensei. So be careful when you throw them. If you throw them really high, it's a little harder. If you just throw them up a little bit, it might be easier. So we sink down, we go up, and then when we catch them, we go down again. Whew. Oh boy. Whew. Come on, friends. If you want to have a little fun with it, you can try really tricky things like switching them. Whoa. Oops, I bumped my microphone. Or you could just go straight up and down. How low can you get? Now I'm touching my friends to the ground. This is making me, I dropped my puppy. Poor puppy, are you okay? He's okay. All right, let's do just 2 more. Now, if you wanted to make this a little easier, you could just do 1 friend too. All right, I'm going to put my friends on the ground in front of me, right there. They're going to help me, give me a little place to focus on, okay? And what I'm going to do is sink down really, really low. And I'm going to put my hands on either side of my friends here like this, right? I'm putting my fists on the ground. And what I'm going to do is sink into my horse stance with my hands on the ground. I'm going to jump my feet back. I'm going to jump my feet forward again. So I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I'm not moving very far. My hands are stuck, and my feet go back and forth. When my feet go back, I can go back as far as I want. But when they come forward, I'm going to try to bring them as far forward as I can. So so when I get my hands to the front, it's like I'm sitting like this. And you can see Sensei can't go very far. I bet you some of you can go a lot farther. Right? This is how I make my new hip, get nice and loose. Go ahead, back and forth. Go at your own pace. Let's do 10. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Thank you, friends. My friends were just there for a little motivation. All right, I'm going to put them off to the side. Whew. Thank you for that. Now, do your legs feel a little warmer? Let's make some circles with our hips. So put your hands on your hips. Make some circles. Again, here, I'm starting to breathe a little harder. Can you make big circles with your hips? Are you making little circles like this? Make them big. Circle around. And then go the other way. Switch directions. Sometimes I like to make little sound effects with my circles. Like that. You can make whatever sound effect you want. Oh, okay, good. I'm going to take a break. So now I'm going to get something I can lean on. So remember when we were doing our kicking exercises in other classes, sometimes it helps when you're exercising your legs to lean on something so you can really focus on your legs without worrying about your balance. Other times, we will practice our balance on purpose as part of our training. So I'm going to get my chair. That's what I've got. Now remember, you can lean on something else. You could lean on, put my friends over here. You could lean on a chair, you could lean on a wall, you could lean on a couch. Something that's tall enough for you to put your hands on so when you lift one leg in the air, that hand helps you keep your balance. All right. I think all of you have been in class now a bunch of times, so you've probably seen me do some of these things. So let's do a few exercises I hope you already remember. The first one is lifting our leg up like the dog. Remember the dog of the tree? I pull my leg back behind me like this. So now I'm pointing my knee over there. So I'm leaning on the chair, but my knee is pointing the other way over there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm holding my foot to help me out. I want to lift my knee as high as I can. And then I'm just going to straighten my leg out and then bend it. Okay? Straighten my leg out and then bend it. And I'm going slow on purpose. Let's do 10 like that, okay? You ready? We'll count together. So get in a position. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Did you hold your leg up the whole time, or did it fall sometimes? Yeah, it's okay either way. But what we want to practice doing, the more we practice the kick like that, the less we want our leg to drop. All right, let's go to the other side. So Lift your knee up like the dog peeing on a tree, right? Now, you notice one thing. When I'm standing like this, the other leg down there, it's just a little bent. I don't straighten it out all the way. See that? See that little bend there? I could play around with it a little bit. Stay in the bend. All right, now pull your other knee back. Point it away from your chair. On, and then 10 times. Go. 1, 2. Going slow. 3, 4. Try to look in the direction where your foot's going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo. Okay, now, we're going to come back to some of those chair exercises, but I want to talk about something. I'm going to come in close. Real close. Okay, now, at the beginning of karate today, I said I was going to give you a lesson about something called intensity. Can you say intensity? Do you know what that means? Intensity is a way of taking something kind of normal and making it full of focus and energy, right? So let's take something like light. You know what light is? You know, when you turn on the light, it kind of shines everywhere, right? Do you know what a laser is? A laser is made out of light. It's when you take light that normally feels good, like think of sunlight, shines on you, it feels nice and warm. Well, if you take light and you focus it down into a little beam and give it more energy, suddenly it can shoot through things. It becomes super hot and super intense. So when you give something intensity, it becomes more focused and more powerful. You can be like that. Can you be like a laser beam? What does that look like? Well, let's try a few things. We're going to do that kick, okay, but we're going to change to the side kick. But I want you to exercise or practice with intensity. So what does that look like? Well, I could probably teach you by showing you what it doesn't look like. Let's pretend that Sensei Dave is two different friends, okay? I'm going to get my leg up. You join me. We're doing our side kick exercise, okay? All right, here's me. I'm going to move closer because I want you to be able to see my face too. All right, I'm leaning on my chair. Now I'm lifting my knee up like this, and I'm doing the side kick. So I tilt, and I'm going to push, and then I'm going to pull, right? Okay. So I'm going to do the move. You tell me if it looks like I have intensity or if I don't have intensity. All right, let's see. Here we go. We'll do 5 together. You watch me while you do it. Here we go. Number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's Sensei number 1. Was that intense or not? Well, let me show you a different version, and then you can decide which one's which. I'm going to do 5 more. You do them with me. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see the look on my face? Is that intense or is that not intense? What's your face look like? Are you giggling? That's okay. But be intense if you can. When you practice, you're going to focus and you're going to put a lot of energy into what you're doing. And then you have intensity. Let's switch legs and let's do all 10 with intensity, okay? So I'm picking my knee up, pulling it across the front of my body like this, right? Remember, the roundhouse kick is when we pull our leg this way. For the side kick, we put it in front. And then we push, and then we pull, okay? 10 times. Ready? With intensity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boy, when I do that with intensity, my muscles work a little harder. Did you do it with intensity? Let me ask you a question. Should you do everything you do with intensity? Let's think about that. What kinds of things can I do with intensity? Karate training, for sure. Should you eat dinner with intensity? Okay, that would be silly. Can you do homework with intensity? That would be interesting. I don't know. You should think about that. What other things can we do with intensity? Moving your body around with intensity is a little easier than some other things, but intensity works in lots of places. Okay, let's go back to the other side, but now we're going to put the chair, I'm going to stand sideways so you can see this. I'm going to either put my chair or, for you, stack up a bunch of pillows or something, okay? So I'll give you an example of what that could look like. Maybe if I take a bunch of pillows, right? I've got some karate pads, and I just make a big pile like this, right? Make them nice and tall. Now, if you're there with a partner, you can make one pile and take turns, okay? Actually, I think I'll stick with my pile of stuff. Let's see, I've got that. Then maybe I'll pile up some of my friends. We'll put them on there in a big pile. How big a pile of stuffed animals and pillows can I make? Let's find out. I don't know. They might fall down. Oh, boy. All right, that's about as tall as I'm going to go. Look at that. Ha ha. Got a big pile. All right, so here's our challenge. The taller my pile is, the higher I have to lift my leg over it. And we're going to do that crescent kick, okay? By the way, are you going to do this with intensity? Or are you going to be like a floppy rag doll that's, oh, you know, whatever, I'm lifting my leg. I'll tell you a story about intensity a little later. All right, so first let's do the reverse crescent kick, okay? Let me turn this way so you can see. If I get behind my pad, the reverse crescent kick means I take one leg and I go across my body like this and then swing out like that over whatever I'm kicking. Whew, just like that, okay? Now I want to add something to it because this time we're going to try to add some intensity. So if I go like this and just make a nice easy circle, was that intensity? Not really. But what if I do this? Hold on a second. I'm going to have some intensity. That means I got to be more careful about what's around me, right? I don't want to bump into something. Whew. I've got to control it. So here we go. Whoa. See how I did that a little faster? So I lift my leg up and then I pulled it down. I lifted my leg up over and then I pulled it down really fast. So when you lift your leg up and over, pull it back to the ground pretty fast. Don't hit the ground, just land on it, all right? So watch. See how I pulled it back quick? Okay, so let's do 10 of those. Leg goes across and circles over your stuffed animals. What happens if you bump them? Well, you got to put them back and start again, okay? All right, let's see. How many did I say? Oh, yeah, 10. Go. 1 with intensity. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Boy, that intensity makes me work harder. Are you working harder? You know, if you were watching two people do this, could you tell who was using intensity and who wasn't? That's what I have to do every day when I watch you in class. Maybe you could show me some video clips of you guys doing these kicks with intensity. All right, here we go. Other leg, 10 times. With, yeah, you said it. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. I'll wait for you till you finish. Boy, you can tell I'm starting to sweat a little. I'm breathing harder. Boy, that intensity makes me work hard. And you know what else? When I work hard, I'll get better. Will you get better faster if you work hard or faster if you don't work hard? Will you get better faster with intensity or without intensity? I told you I was going to tell you a story about intensity. I'm going to move my stuff out of the way here. Whoop. Come on, friends. A long, long time ago, when I used to teach karate at the very first karate school where I was a teacher, I had 2 students, both joined at the same time. They were both 4-year-old boys. And one of those boys, let's say his name is Jack. Jack came to karate class, and every karate class he came to, he was super intense. Even at 4 years old, he was like this. Yes, sir. And every time he did a move, whoa, he did it with as much power and speed as he could do. Every time. The other little boy, let's say his name was Paul, was a great student. Always listened, always paid attention. But when he did the moves, he kind of did them more relaxed. He would do a punch like this. Sometimes he would be looking around in class and not always paying attention. Paul never did anything wrong, but he was not as intense as Jack. Well, a few months later, Jack had learned all of the moves he needed to get his next belt. All of them. Really fast. And Paul, well, he did a lot of the moves pretty well, but he hadn't really learned them all yet. And so, which one of those two students do you think was getting better faster? Which one was having more fun? Which one was strong? Yeah. Paul was a good kid, and he got his belts, and he stayed with karate a long time. But Jack ended up getting a lot of things faster because he worked so hard all the time. He was pretty good. They both were pretty good in the end, but Jack got there sooner. So, intensity means you can do a lot of things better, faster. All right, let's do some more exercise. So I'm going to get my stack of stuffed animals back, and we're going to do a little more fun with them, okay? So can you make a pile or something like this? Or if you want to, if you remember last week, if you've got a partner or a mom or dad, you could ask them to hold one of your stuffed animal friends or a pillow up for you, okay? So maybe mom's standing there holding a pillow out like this, but I'm going to hold it by the top so that you're not going to bump hands, okay? All right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my friends like this. Let's see, I'm going to take this pig. I'm going to make the pig the top of my stack, okay? Okay, here's your challenge. I got my stack of stuff. I'm going to put my pig there. Top, let's see if he'll stay. There we go. Whew, I got him. All right, so here's my challenge. I'm going to try to kick the pig off of the stack without knocking down any other animals. And you can use whatever one of those kicks we've done already. If I do it with a side kick, I pick my foot up and I'm going to hit the pig with the bottom of my foot. Ooh! Oh, I got him. I'm going to go pick him back up. Ooh. If I do it with a roundhouse kick, let's see. Then I'm going to pick my leg up like this, and then I'm going to swing my foot straight. Ooh! Ooh! I got him. Hold on. He went way off camera. Or I could try to do it with the reverse crescent kick. Oh boy, this might be the hardest one. Can I do it without kicking the puppy? Ha! Oh, I did it. Whew. Okay, now that's a drill you can do anytime. Let's practice a few on our own, okay? I'm going to do 5 kicks, and I'm going to use the leg, my left leg. Why? Because that's the one I'm not as good with, okay? So I'm going to work with that one more. But you can do it with both legs. Take turns if you're sharing with a friend or your brother maybe or sister. You can take turns, or you can ask mom or dad to hold a pillow up for you and practice those kicks. You decide which one you're going to do. All right? I'm going to do the side kick. I'm going to do each one. I'm going to do the side kick, then the roundhouse kick, then the reverse crescent kick, and then I'll do 2 more of my choice. Okay? So here we go. You go on your end, I'll go on my end. Begin. Side kick. Oh, I got him. That feels pretty good. What happens if you mess up? That's right. You just keep going. You fix it. Try again. All right. Roundhouse kick. It's going to be harder. This is balancing on my new hip. Hoo! Oh, I got him. Okay. Good. Going back. Let's see. How about the reverse crescent kick? Sorry, Mr. Pig. Oh, I missed. I just nicked him. I'm going to try that again because I missed that time. All right, I'll challenge myself to get it better this time. Oh, I bumped into my sign. Oh, that was the right one. Okay, I've got 2 more to do. How about you? You almost done? Let's see. Now, just because I did my left leg last time, I'll do my right leg this time. Side kick. That one's a little better. And let's do roundhouse kick. Okay, Mr. Pig. Ah, ooh, not bad. Could have hit him a little more solid. All right. How we doing? Did you get through 5 kicks? I'll let you finish. All right. If you're done, let's put aside all our stuff. We'll move them out of the way. Thank you, friends. Whew, good job. Now, as always, oh no, escaping pig. Everything we've done so far today are things that I want you to try to practice on your own when you're not watching Sensei on a screen. The more you practice on your own, the better you'll get and the faster that you'll get better. And if you practice with intensity, right, it will get better. So I want to leave you with one more thought today and a little bit of a story. I've got a word for you to think about. That word is contribution. That's a big word. What's a contribution? Well, it's basically something that you give to somebody else or to something that you're doing. If you contribute to things, that means you're giving something, maybe some work or your time or even a gift. And oftentimes when you're making a contribution, you're doing it so that somebody else can get what they need, right? Or some work can get done. So think about this. Here's a story for you to give you an idea how this works. There was a fisherman who was fishing on the ice. And while he was fishing, the ice cracked and he fell in. Whew. And he got really cold and wet. And luckily, he was able to get out of the ice okay. And he got back to his little tent where he was camped out. And there was a stack of firewood there. But there was no fire. So he grabbed a piece of firewood and he started hitting the fire or the stack of wood with his piece of firewood. Whack, whack, whack. And he said to the stack of firewood, he said, "Hey, give me some fire. If you give me some fire, I'll feed you some more wood." Now that sounds pretty silly, doesn't it? You can't tell the fire to be a fire before you start it. The fisherman had to start the fire first and then contribute wood to the fire. Think of it like that. Maybe you could think of it if it was you. Maybe mom and dad have a job they want you to do. And you say, "Well, you know, mom and dad, I would be more happy to do that job if I got to play first." Well, but then the job's not going to get it. If you make a contribution to the job, it gets done sooner, right? And then you get to play. Making a contribution is the way sometimes that you get the things that you need. And you make sure that other people get what they need. Anyway, let's finish up class. I'm going to be back today at 4 o'clock. And then after karate at 4, we'll do another story time today. I've got lots of stories to choose from. Did you see the story about the cool beans last week? Well, I've got another one, something like that for this week. Everybody show me how you do front position. Can you say knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, strength in the body, and bow? All right, everybody. You show me this week how you can make some contributions, how you can practice with intensity, and I'll see you at the next class. Bye.